everyone. Welcome back to Grant Me. Today I'm here with Matthew. He's a winner of scholarships from Queens, and he's also a Grant Me marketing intern. So today we're going to be talking to him about his scholarship struggles, where he's going to school, what his future lies, and I guess how he likes working at Grant Me as a Grant Me student as well. So Matthew, I introduced you a little, but you can go ahead and introduce yourself for everyone watching.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Matthew. I'm a marketing community intern here at Grant Me. I'm heading to Queen's University for their commerce program this upcoming year. I'm interested in marketing.
Perfect. And Matthew, tell us a bit about your winnings, about how many scholarships you applied to.
Yeah, so I've applied to over 90 scholarships and I won about I think right now it's about 18 to 20. I forget the exact number. But the amount of scholarships I've won has been over $25,000 right now. Yeah.
Wow, that's so impressive. That's great. And what is the biggest scholarship that you won? And did that have a hand in you choosing Queens?
Yeah, so the biggest scholarship I won was the Queen's Commitment Bursary, which is about $8,000. I think that did come into play in deciding what school I wanted to go into. Especially going to Queen's, it is a more expensive school, so having more support and funding from the school itself definitely helped me decide to go to Queen's.
Perfect. And so, applying to 90 scholarships is not easy, but it does get easier, I'm assuming, with practice and having some support with Grant Me and having support with your writing. So before we get into how Grant Me helped you, let's talk a little bit about your initial struggles when you first started. You had your first draft of your essay, of when you started getting into the rhythm of writing scholarships. What was your biggest challenge?
Yeah, so my biggest challenge is probably finding my voice. In terms of writing, it's just at the beginning, I didn't know what exactly I could write on, which Grant Me definitely helped and supported me with finding my voice and really realizing that I could basically write about anything and making it a story, which is a really good thing that I learned here at Grant Me. Another struggle I had was being unmotivated at times because a lot of these scholarship committees will take over like 6 months to let you know if you won or not, or if you didn't win. So I'd keep applying, and then after about probably 60 scholarships, I didn't hear about from anything. But this past month or so, I've been had a rush of scholarships. I've been getting like one or two every week. So I think just definitely playing the long game and just waiting is something Grant Me learned, and I've learned from Grant Me and taught me. Though at the beginning, I would be like, I don't know if I can wait any longer, but definitely those are the two biggest struggles. But Grant Me supported me with both.
Yeah, and the waiting game is really hard. I hear that from other students too. And constantly getting those rejection emails as well. So what was a way that you kind of learned that patience and that you kind of learned how to just keep applying even after that, I guess like 40 mark or that 30 mark, and you're like, I'm not winning anything. Like, how did you keep on going?
Yeah, I think a big motivator was the more I apply, the higher chance I have. Definitely why I joined Grant Me is to try to unlock that financial freedom I could go into university with and be able to pay a lot of school scholarships. So just having that in mind and keeping motivated is a really big thing. Um, Also just really wanting to like having that kind of process down. Grant Me just like they teach you on how to read the scholarship essays. It's really easy to tweak it and just change it for a scholarship and make it still personal because you always want to make your essays personal to that scholarship and personalize it. But definitely you can reuse a lot of them. So something I learned from Grant Me is kind of just reusing a lot of your essays, but also building those relationships with your references. Because I was lucky enough, a lot of my teachers and older adults I worked with at different nonprofits, they were always willing to support. So definitely just kind of creating that process you had, so I would be able to knock out a scholarship application within an hour or so.
Yeah, no, I think once that's like one of the coolest things about joining Grant Me and having that support with writing is you get really good at writing and you kind of create a system, and something that might have taken you a whole day, it only takes you an hour. So
Exactly.
that's really good. And so you kind of answered this a little, but if you could recommend one tool to a new Grant Me student coming into the program, which one would it be?
I think it depends what kind of student you are. A general one I would say is definitely the essay editing. They are a great team. They're there to help and support you. You can always leave comments on your doc asking for a specific comment or if you're unsure of something. And even though they said it looks good. But if you're unsure of something, I think definitely like let them know, and they're always your support. So that's something great because a lot of people are still trying to find their voice in writing. So that's a great tool that we offer here. And my other one would probably be just any of our toolkits. Like they range from applying to like the top 12 universities in Canada, or how to be an initiator, or how to network. So definitely check out those toolkits because they have everything you need to know, and you can always reach out to support for more information.
Cool. And I guess leading into that, let's talk a little bit about you being a marketing intern. You're personally on my team, and I love having you on my team. And so, what kind of made you want to apply to be that marketing intern as a Grammy student?
Yeah, definitely. I love being part of the Grammy community, so that was already a big reason why. But joining Grammy, you join a startup that where you can constantly learn and you get to move at a fast pace, and it's an environment that I'm so grateful to be part of. Going to university, I believe that I'm really set to learn my classes and kind of move at a fast pace. I already moved at a fast pace, I would say. I had good time management before, but definitely grant me as a student you learn tools, and as an intern and employee you learn even more. So definitely being able to learn a lot and support more students that are in my shoes that I was in before is why I wanted to join grant me as an employee and an intern.
Perfect. And I'm really glad that you're having a great time. And so we've talked a little bit, about your scholarship journey, about writing, and about like your internship. So, and you're going into Queens for Commerce. And so do you have a kind of like a future plan of like where you kind of want to go with that commerce degree? Is it grad school? Is it like a dream job that you have?
Yeah, for commerce right now, I don't see grad school, but you never know. But for me, I really want to enter the sports industry in the specifically the marketing field. I'm interested in marketing and consulting, so I do have those two interests in mind heading off to university. But my dream job is to work for the National Hockey League of the Vancouver Canucks in a sports marketing role. Grammy actually helped me get a youth internship this past year with them, the National Hockey League. So it's really that's just another way of how Grammy supports you, like the edit or support anything. So that's another thing I'm very grateful for. But definitely the sports industry is something I really want to get into.
No, I love that. And I love that you have like a very specific goal that you have in mind. And I remember you having that goal when I was editing your essays last year. And I'm super glad that like you are very much working towards that and that you got that internship, which is crazy, which is amazing for your experience and as well as this internship. So super cool stuff. And just to end off on this interview, what's one piece of advice that you have for a student that might be thinking of joining GrantMe, or a student that is starting on their scholarship journey and is interested in GrantMe?
I think and any student interested in Grammy or just a student in general starting their scholarship journey is just kind of remember, I would say probably just the amount of effort and time is up to you. So I think in other words, just like if as long as you stay motivated, you'll see results, and it'll be really good results as long as you stay motivated. And you always have people support you, whether it's a Grammy team or teachers at your school or your friends. It's gonna be a long process, but just always have a positive outlook in mind.
Okay, that's great advice. And again, Matthew, thank you so much for interviewing with me today. And I will see you guys all next time.